Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad and I welcome you with one of my bright students, Muhammad. Hello, Muhammad. How
Hello,
are you?
sir. I'm fine. How are you?
Good, fantastic. Muhammad has recently appeared in Ielts test and he's got overall 8 band, listening 9 and speaking 8.5. So I've invited Muhammad here to my Ielts masterclass and I'm going to record his speaking test.
Yes.
Muhammad, are you ready for that?
Yes, sure.
Good. So the way Muhammad is going to answer this thing shows, Muhammad is the benchmark for 8 band or 8 band plus because he's achieved 8.5 from British Council. Usually, it is considered that British Council is the tough one, but he's achieved 8.5 the way he speaks English. So Muhammad, let's start.
Yes.
Do you work or study?
Well, currently none of the both. I have just completed my school life and I'm currently in the process of applying to a foreign university.
Okay, how much time do you spend with your family members?
Well, I do spend quite much time with my family members. Nowadays, I am completely free. Therefore, early morning, I do get up and spend a considerable time with my father. And I usually love to have dinner with my family. And we usually have a good chat during our dinner time.
All right. Do you think you are close to your family members?
Yes, definitely. I'm pretty close to my family members. The main reason is that it is in our culture and we have inherited it. Therefore, we do respect our family members to some great extent and usually love them as well.
Okay, now let's move on. What do you like to drink with your dinner?
Well, my favorite drink with my dinner is a cold drink. Anything such as Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta would do great. The main reason is that I do have a bit digestion problem and I usually like to have a sip of these drinks and they usually help to take that food below your belly.
Okay, do you drink a lot of water every day?
Yes, definitely I drink a lot of water. I'm pretty health conscious and water is utmost for a daily life and I usually drink around 8 to 12 glasses of water. That helps my skin nourish as well.
Okay, do you prefer drinking tea or coffee?
Well, coffee is my go-to drink and I'm against tea at all. I feel that tea is an addiction and one person starts drinking tea, he can't leave it until he dies eventually. And coffee is a drink that is more mild and it's not that addictive and you could have that and it's pretty tasty as well. Therefore, I think coffee is my go-to drink.
Okay, if people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink?
Well, if that person is diabetic, I would rather offer him a sugar-free Coke or Sprite, and at times we would just ask our relatives what would they prefer for drink. Some people definitely do want something good, for example some fresh juice, while some people just end up by having a glass of water.
Okay, thank you very much, Mohammed. We now move on to IELTS speaking part 2. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish.
Yes.
You will now have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes.
Well, personally, I do consider myself to be an ambivert. The main reason is that I love spending time in a group of people, but occasionally I do prefer some loneliness as well. However, today I would like to talk about one of my friend and he is a pure introvert. The person is Abdullah Fareed and I have been knowing him from the past 9 years. I have known him since class 8 and we have been good friends since then. The main reason why I believe he's an introvert, he is pretty shy at all times and has a very dull nature. He usually has 3 to 4 friends, that includes me, and doesn't consider making new friends at all. Some other points is that he doesn't talk to strangers at all and at times he would just nod his head to answer to strangers and he would rather run away from them rather than facing them. In school events, he would usually go and sit in his car and would just wait until the event ends, and finding Abdullah Fareed in a school event is like finding a needle in a haystack. Therefore, due to these features, I do consider him to be an ambivert person and I believe he is the most introvert person that I know. I feel a bit pity about him as he has a very less social life, but yet I like him as he is one of my closest friends.
All right, thank you very much. We now move on to IELTS speaking part 3. Why do people get nervous when they speak in public?
Well, there are quite a few reasons why people do get nervous while speaking in public. The first reason is that the public itself makes the person nervous. The main reason accompanying this is that the person himself has not practiced or ever spoken in front of the public. Therefore, he is pretty hesitant and does not have the confidence to speak in front of such a huge crowd, and therefore he usually ends up messing up things.
All right. How can people improve their public speaking skills?
Well, in my opinion, the first thing is practice. Practice makes you perfect. Therefore, the person should practice reading aloud a lot, and therefore, eventually, it would help him in his public speaking skills as well. In addition, the person should cope up with difficult articles or parts of arguments and usually speak on that topic, which is pretty difficult, and it would eventually increase his understanding of that topic and his score overall.
All right, that's the end of your IELTS speaking test. Thank you very much, Mohammed. So I'm really thankful to Mohammed that he spared some time for me and we recorded these tests. In total, there are 3 tests which I have recorded so far. So you should watch the test and this will give you motivation. These tests will encourage you to achieve high bench score. Once again, Mohammed got 8.5 in speaking, 9 in listening. So the way he demonstrated all these answers, this is a good specimen for bench score 8 or above. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Thanks for coming. So guys, I also teach IELTS online all over the world and on campus here in Lahore. If you want to be the part of my online or on campus IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.